Hello, I'm Leanne. I'm a light worker and mother to 3 special girls. I strive to continue learning, growing, and to collect new skills. I'm a psychic medium, Reiki master teacher, and an Akashic Records reader and healer. I am so excited to share what I've learned, what I'm going to learn, and the ups and downs of life. Thank you for joining me on my journey. Welcome to the Life of a Lightworker podcast. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode. The flu and this RSV thing has been running through our house, and my voice was completely gone last week, and it's still not quite right, but it's good enough. So today I would like to start off with just a card pull. I'm pulling from Chris Ann's The Light Seers Tarot. So how I choose the deck every week is I ask, what deck do I need to use for this week's card pull, for the podcast, for whatever I'm going to be doing. And then I usually get a color in my eye. And each of my decks have a different color on the box. So that's how I pick. So the card this week is 3 of Wands. So I pulled this card in the light seer position, which is the right way up, not the reversed. And from the book, it says, energy manifested, waiting for the results of your effort, the arrival of opportunities, finally understanding your ambitions, continuous improvement and moving in the right direction, progress. When you're doing the work, light seer, planning, seeing, learning, watch for the signs that your dream is on its way, because they are everywhere. Take pride in the progress you've made, for your past efforts have created the momentum that you need to get the ball rolling. Today you are moving through energy you created in the past, and being here, ready and waiting, is a milestone that you should recognize as a success. While there is still work to be done, know that you are headed in the right direction, and that you will see your big waves coming in soon. When they arrive, you may not know exactly how to ride them, but you will be ready to learn. Look for the new relationship, the new client, or the lucky break on the horizon, for the arrival is imminent. All right. Beautiful. So, I'm not too sure what this episode is going to be yet. I haven't done any channeling to figure it out. We're just going on the fly. So, I will just take a second and I'll connect and see what they want me to say. Before I connect, I always surround myself in white light and then a mirrored ball around it to keep my energy safe. And then I connect with the intention, stating to the universe that I will only connect to beings that have my highest good at heart, that are working from love, that are from source. And then I ask my question or wait and receive. And it's important when you are connecting to ask questions, not just take everything you get as the complete truth. It's that, because whatever being is talking to you, it's their perspective. Even if they are there from love, it's their perspective. It's not the direct truth that's going to apply to everything and everybody. So you need to have everything with a grain of salt. So just keep that in mind when you are connecting. Figuring out who you're connecting with will help you discern basically how much you listen to them. So if you're connected to your higher self, like for myself personally, when I connect to my higher self, I listen to it more than anything else because it's myself. It's me. I know it's my opinion. It's who I am. It's not grandpa's opinion. It's not grandma's opinion, which I value, but I'm not going to hold it in the same regard as I do for my higher self. Okay. And so figuring out who you're connecting to is important. And looking at them from all angles and feeling into them with your heart to feel if they have your highest good intention. Because there's some beings that don't have our highest good at heart. So I find putting that intention forward at the beginning helps, but you should always be just cautious and protective of your energy. Okay, so I'm going to connect. Okay, so I just got the image of a lighthouse. It has the energy behind it is shine your light so that you can light the path for others, but also you can use this light for discernment. So when you shine your light on just the general public, it helps draw them to you so that they can learn from you, they can grow from you. Just even if you're not teaching anybody, just being true to yourself, be authentic to yourself, have the light and love in your heart, it affects the people around you. So it just draws them in so that they can be affected and they can be changed for the better. And when you take that energy and focus it on people or beings or energies, it shows who they really are because it is coming from your heart. I can see like the lighthouse light is coming from your heart. So when you shine it on them, only those who match that frequency, so those who have love and light and are working from that place, they will shine and thrive in that light. And if anybody is not in that frequency, it's uncomfortable and they fall away. Or they might fight and get angry. But there's a reaction that's not calm and loving. So if there's a reaction, either running away or getting upset, you know that's not the energy for your highest good. So using your own lighthouse, your light, shining it around, it not only helps other people, but it also helps you because you can then discern of what other people, if they have your highest good at heart. And I think that is very important because we don't want to associate and waste our energy on people's, places, things that don't have our best interest. Pretty much. Because you have to give what you take. So figuring out as soon as possible what other people's intentions are will save you a lot of heartache and a lot of loss of energy. Okay, let's see what else they want to say. Yeah, I just saw like a flower growing up through the cracks of, I thought like a sidewalk. I saw a sidewalk and there was a flower growing up through the cracks. And the flower was breaking the cement, making the crack bigger, making it so that more flowers, more plants can grow. Yeah, so it's like the energy is paving the trail. And it feels like, because I got that, it's like a two-part energy thing. So I feel like when people blaze the trail, they can sometimes feel resentful for those behind them because they don't have the same struggles. Maybe they don't appreciate all the work that you did. But I'm seeing it from the other perspective of because you blazed the trail, you're allowing all this other beauty to grow and develop and be something different. Because I'm not seeing the same flowers being blooming. I see all these different varieties. I see a huge wildflower explosion. So they are going to be off doing their own thing and working on their own battles because they didn't have the same battle as you. I can see the roots down underneath growing and intertwining between all the different kinds of flowers and all the different kinds of plants. So to me, that feels like we're all grounded in the same place. We're all underneath the surface. It all looks the same. We all are the same. We're all working towards the same thing. So the outward projection, the top of the flowers, what you're actually seeing, even though it looks different, underneath we're all doing the same thing. So stop judging the outside of what people are doing and know that deep down inside they're doing the same thing. They are trying to be their authentic self. They are trying to follow their life path and purpose, and they're trying to do what's best for humanity by doing what's best for you, for yourself. And I think that is one of the things that people sometimes get so outward focused on the outward mission that they don't look at the inward mission, because the inward mission is just as important, and not only is it as important as the outward mission, but it is what fuels the outward mission. The outward mission cannot succeed without the inward mission of finding yourself and finding your passion and going within to grow yourself, to be who you want to be and what fills you up. Because without that, we cannot take very many steps outward to help humanity. We can't. It's just impossible. We can take 2 steps and then we run out of juice. If we develop ourselves first, if we put ourselves first, put our love in ourselves, we love ourselves, then we're unstoppable. And that's the main thing. We have to see behind the facade of what we see with our eyes and go deep underneath to where we all are just trying to find ourselves and find what's our purpose. Because that's where we all have something in common. We've either found it or we're looking. And everyone has that innate drive. The reason that we all have that innate drive is because it's so ingrained in us. We need it. It's 100% a part of us. In all of us. That's like the one thing we all have in common is we're all searching for our purpose. Because it's so important to us. It's such a part of who we are. Okay, so I think that's all for today. Thank you guys for listening. Hopefully next week my voice will be better and I won't sound like a frog or like a Muppet. At least it doesn't hurt to talk anymore. Like last week it was hurting, so there's no way I was going to be able to do this. Thank you for being patient with me as our family heals. And also, I would love it if you guys would check out my new website. I redid the whole thing. And if you have any notes, I am more than open to making improvements. So I'm all open for that. And so right now I am doing one-on-one soul reading and healing sessions, which are the same as what I used to call Akashic Record readings and healings. And I do written sessions as well. And once a month I do in-person in Spruce Grove here. And I am doing more and more Reiki classes. I am starting to do my Reiki Level 2 class. And then in a few weeks, hopefully I'll have my on-demand Reiki Level 2 available. And I hope to continue doing Level 1 and Level 2 once a month for the foreseeable future. We'll see how it goes. And if you have any questions, please let me know. My website is www.spruceenergyhealing.com. My email is spruceenergyhealing@gmail.com. And my Instagram and Facebook are just Spruce Energy Healing. And I also have a YouTube channel. Again, Spruce Energy Healing, right across the board. Thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful day.